Welling United Freeview is sponsored by Woosa.
Okay, here with Welling manager Jamie Day after a battling 0-0 draw with Bristol Rovers. I thought that was an entertaining game. Pleased with the point?
Yeah, I think the second half got end to end and was a good game of football. Thought the boys played really well, showed a good level of desire and attitude to match a Bristol Rovers side. I think overall, if you look at it, they probably had the better of the chances in the second half. But I felt we deserved the point. Just a shame we couldn't nick one and get three, but overall pleased. Similar
story to last week though. I felt as though we gave as good as we got in the first half. And did playing them so soon after last week help us in any way?
Yeah, it might have. I thought we'd done well last week for 60 minutes. And today I thought, you know, we played very well with such a young side. It might have helped playing them back to back. I'm not too sure, but you know, we know we have some good form at home. Keeper made a great save in the first half. If just one of them, you know, would have been nice to have got the 3 points. But I can't fault the effort of the team today. And you know, Bristol Rovers up there for a reason. They're trying to get out of this league. So yeah, it was all round. I'm pleased.
In the second half, was it a funny performance in the sense that every time we looked like going forward, we were going for it, and then we could get caught in a break, and was it kind of doom or bust kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I think, you know, the game opened up for 25 minutes, and I think if obviously one team was looking to get the goal and win the game, which is what you want. Obviously, you don't want to be on the end of conceding, but I felt, you know, we broke pretty well. Maybe the small criticism today was our end product or key passing let us down a little bit when we got in wide areas or a shot. But at the same time, you know, we worked our socks off to get in them areas, and I thought we worked really hard, you know, with recovering when they tried to catch on the break. So yeah, a little bit end to end, but I think it was an enjoyable game and probably a fair result.
Special mention for Benji Bichelle, because he had a hard debut at Maidstone, but since then he's really grown into his role with us, and he pulled off a stunning save from the free kick.
Yeah, I mean, Bournemouth really like him as a keeper, and you know, when we had the situation we did, I didn't hesitate in getting him. Obviously Maidstone was probably a bit of a shock for him to come into the first game and deal with what we had to deal with, but after that I think he's been fantastic. The save last week at Bristol Rovers, you know, for a crowd of people, I know he was 2 down, but you know, and again today, he's very mobile and very quick off his line, and he's a confident keeper, and he comes to things, and dropped one today, but I prefer keepers to come out and be positive. So yeah, he's been first class. Hopefully he keeps that going.
Formation wise, you obviously shuffled the pack due to suspensions and whatnot. Chris Bush though stayed on the bench. Your reasons for that?
Yeah, I just felt Michael Chambers had done really well. Obviously we had to put Zach into midfield, and Jamal had been first class as well, so I just felt put a bit of experience next to Michael and bring Ben Jeffer back in. So obviously there's a lot of games coming up, and Bushy will get back in the side at some stage, so it's just has to be patient, like a few of us would have to be, and then you know, go again. But it's nice to now hopefully have some people back to rotate round.
And it was good to see Tyrone Marsh back. It was a bit of a sort of not a shock, but it was an unexpected surprise, shall we say? Yeah,
we had a phone call last Friday to say that he'd done a week's training, and if we wanted him back, you know, the loan obviously ends the 24th, and we have been paying for him since he'd been injured. So, you know, he come in Thursday, Friday, looked very sharp. Didn't want to hesitate in throwing him in, so we gave him a go, and I thought we'd done well again, another good performance, and obviously adds another forward player to the squad. Hopefully he can get a few more goals from now till the 24th, I think, when he goes back.
And it was a shame that Charlie Penny then come off injured.
Yeah, that's a disappointing thing. I feel sorry for Charlie. You know, he's been out for a long period of time. He just got himself back fit and played reasonably well in the 3 or 4 games that he started. So hopefully it's not too bad, and you know, next couple of days we'll know more. And I don't think he'll play Tuesday, but see if we can get him back for the following week.
Obviously Jake Gallagher, we spoke about it last week. We appealed the red card, and obviously we was unsuccessful in that. The club fined him 2 weeks' wages. Have you had a sit down and had a chat with Jake?
Yeah, I think the issue with the 2 weeks may have not come across on the radio. When he got fined for the first red card, 2 weeks' money. Okay. So the second red, obviously we appealed, and I didn't think it was a red card. So at the moment we haven't taken any action on that, because if I don't think it's a red card, I don't think people deserve to get.
So it was for the first.
So yeah, I probably didn't explain it well enough. That obviously the first red card, which clearly was, you know, we fined him what we felt was necessary, and that was it. So he hasn't been fined for this one. We've had a chat with him. Obviously, we're going to miss 4 games now from him, or 3 from now on. So, you know, he knows where we stand on it, but we didn't fine him for that one against Bristol Rovers.
Sure. The week coming up, potentially massive. Obviously, we face Telford and then the massive game with Ebbsfleet on Saturday.
Yep.
What's your thoughts for the week?
Yeah, well, Telford, you know, they've had a FA Cup game today, I think. So
tomorrow they play, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so gives an extra day's rest, I suppose. We need to go there and play like we have done in the last couple of weeks. Same effort and work rate, with a little bit more quality on the ball. If we do that, I'm confident we can get a result. I know away from has not been great, but I think we need to go there in a positive frame of mind to try and win the game. And you know, if we don't, obviously we need to come back with a point. And I think if we do that, you know, it just keeps the teams below us at touching distance. Yeah,
absolutely. And can we see yourself in a shirt on Tuesday? Pretty obviously back from your ban.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously Zach and Corne have done well. You know, if you play well, you keep placing the team. So we might shuffle it around just for a bit of experience. But I see how the younger ones are. They should be okay at their age. And then we'll go from there and pick a squad that hopefully can get us a result.
Thanks for your time, Jay. Cheers. Thanks, mate. Thanks for your time. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Gaff gave me a chance again. Unfortunately, Gaff wasn't playing today. Normally he does the holding role, but he put me and Zach in there to do a duty, and lucky enough we did it.
Subscribe to WingsTV now for HD highlights.